Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Syaful Effendi Syam, a student of State University of Makassar in English department, exactly on English literature program. In this video, I will explain about comparative forms, which using er suffix and using more. But before we get into the materials, I want to explain about comparison and comparative sentence first. Comparison. Comparison is the act of evaluating two or more things by determining the relevance, comparable characteristic of each thing, and then determining which characteristics of each are more similar to the other, which are different, and what to degree. Then there is this comparative sentence. Comparative sentence is a sentence which shows the difference or the similarities between two or more things to make it clearly. So let's get into the materials. As we know, there are two forms of comparative which using suffix er and using more. The first is using suffix er. There are two types of it. The first is the words with one syllable and the words with two syllables. The word with syllables or the adjective and the verbs with only one syllable. For example, tall becomes taller, small becomes smaller, short becomes shorter, smart becomes smarter. Then there is this type with two syllables. We can say busy become busier, pretty become prettier, early become earlier. So that is the example of the comparative forms with suffix er. Then we jump to the comparative forms using more. There are two types of it too. The first is the words with more than two syllables and the word with suffix ly. The words with more than two syllables, for example, beautiful become more beautiful, interesting become more interesting, and expensive become more expensive. Then the words with suffix ly. We can say carefully become more carefully, happily become more happily, heavily become more heavily. Oh, and there is this form too. It is using an irregular word, which I can give two examples of them, which is good and bad. Good become better and bad become worse. So that is the materials for comparative forms with using suffix er and using more. To make it more clear, let's see on exercise 8. On this exercise, we can found any question which the answer of it refers to comparative forms. So the first question is George tall? Yes, he is taller than I am. Did George come early? The answer is yes, he came earlier than I did. The question is, did George write carefully? And the answer is yes, he wrote more carefully than I did. Let's check the question. There is number 4. Is George busy? The answer is yes, he is busier than me. Thank you for the time and thank you for watching. See you next time.